Hi everybody, happy Easter. It is Marnie Martin here with the Scrappy Gourmet, and as we all know, we're quarantined at home, but turkey is one of my very favorite meals to eat, so I've decided to make a turkey dinner for one. And I'm going to make a citrus rosemary turkey today, so let's get started. I'll show you what I'm going to get up to. So years ago, I started watching Jamie Oliver. He's one of my all-time favorite people to watch in cooking shows. So he does this really cool thing when he cooks a bird where he makes like a little nest in the bottom of the actual pan. So I've got my roasting pan here. What I'm going to do is use some celery and carrots, and I'm just going to chop the ends off, and I'm going to chop it into little kind of pieces. And I'm just going to put it in the bottom of the pan, and it's actually going to be like a little bed that my turkey is going to sit on. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just popping it in the pan. And it's going to add flavor to the turkey, but it's also going to make the gravy just absolutely spectacular. So we're just going to plunk all of these in here. And then I'm going to take my carrot, and I'm going to just use my little peeler, and I'm just going to, put these right into the pan. So I'm going to peel the carrot. I'm going to cook these carrots later, but I'm going to use these shavings, kind of like you would if you were making like a chicken stock or something like that. So we're just going to shave that all into the pan. And of course we're going to put some onion in here too, which we'll get to in a sec. Here we go. So just kind of layer those all on top of the actual celery. And we're going to take some onion, and we're going to do the same thing with our onion. So we're going to grab that and just chop some nice slices of onion and just kind of layer them in there. And that's going to add, of course, some nice beautiful flavor to our turkey and our gravy. Need a whole bunch, just enough to really just make it a little thing that props the turkey up so that the turkey's not actually sitting on the bottom of the pan. I'm going to do that. And then I also have some rosemary. So I'm doing a rosemary turkey anyways, but this is rosemary that a girlfriend of mine grew in her garden. So I keep this in the freezer. I pulled this out a little bit earlier just so that it could thaw a little bit. So I'm just going to take the sprig itself and put it right into the pan with all the other veg. So that'll be on the base of our turkey to give it some really beautiful flavor. Just gonna chuck it in there. And then what I've done is I've got this is new for me. I'm really loving it. It's a pestle and mortar, and I've never really used one of these before, but again, Jamie Oliver uses these all the time and really says it's one of the very best things you can do. So I mean, rosemary itself absolutely smells heavenly. But when you actually put it in the pestle and mortar and you start to bruise it, it's a game changer. It's a whole other animal. So what I've done in here is I've got about 4 cloves of garlic. I've got 1 full sprig of rosemary, all of the little, leaves taken off and put in here, bruised up really good. And then probably about, I would say 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So I've bruised this up and mashed it all up, and I'm going to show you. It's hard to kind of see, but it's very much like a nice little paste. So that's actually going to go on top of my turkey. And I'm just going to move this out of the way for a second. And I'm going to bring my turkey over. Oh, so this is my turkey. What we're going to do with this is I'm going to actually, if you can see right here, this is the skin. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the skin away from the actual turkey breast and make a little pocket in there where we're actually going to put in some beautiful seasoning. And so I have put my hand right in there, but you can use the spatula, and it works really great. You can see it just gets right in there and pushes the skin away, and it allows us to create this beautiful little pocket. And it doesn't break the skin at all, but it makes this beautiful little envelope for us to add flavor. And it just incredibly infuses the turkey with this beautiful goodness. So I've got that all done. And now what I've done is I've taken an orange and I've cut these beautiful little skinny strips, and I've taken the peel off because I want to be able to just leave the skin on and eat it if I want to, and certainly we don't want to eat the rind. So I've just taken that. So I'm going to take these little chunks of orange peel, And I'm going to slide them right up in here under the skin. I'm going to use my spatula to kind of get them where they need to go. So I'm just going to push that. Oh, come on, work with me. All right, I guess I'm using my hand. Just going to slide that all the way back so it's way down there. And I've got some salt and pepper here that I'm going to slide in there as well. Here goes another orange, so we're just going to smoosh it all in there. It's, you know, it's not rocket science. There's no way to really get it wrong. Just kind of push it in there and smash it about. I'm just going to add some beautiful citrus flavor to this, and orange and rosemary is quite beautiful together. So there's another one of these guys going in, and I'm just sliding it in underneath the skin where it's going to have some lovely effects once it roasts down and all those juices get in there. It's going to be super nice and moist and tender. I'm smashing it in there. And I've used about half of an orange, so I'm going to just slide those in. So that's perfect. You can sort of see how that is. And then I've got the other half of the orange, and I'm taking it and I've cut it into little quarters. So I'm actually going to just juice that right here into a bowl, and I'm going to use that to cook my carrots later. And then I'm going to just take the pieces of this squished up orange, and I'm going to stick it in the cavity of the turkey. And it's going to create some beautiful flavors from the inside out as well. So that's those. I'm just doing, got 4 little pieces that I'm just squishing up here, and then chucking them into the cavity of the turkey. And of course we're going to put some onions, we're going to put some celery, and we're going to put some more of that rosemary right into the cavity, as well as some salt and pepper. So this rosemary is just going to be shoved right up in there, and a little bit more onion, and this piece of celery. And it's really, it's not, it doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be, there's nothing chefy about this. It's just very simple and really easy. Just hack it up into whatever size pieces you like and just randomly slide it in there. It's just all good flavor that's going to be cooked inside the turkey and make it taste absolutely delicious. So that's going in there. And I'm going to do a really nice liberal salt and pepper right in there, because that's super important. And now I've got my mortar and pestle filled with garlicky goodness and rosemary and olive oil, and we're basically going to just take this and we're going to give our turkey like a super awesome little massage. So I'm just going to scoop that into my hands. I did wash my hands ahead of time, and you're just going to give it a really great little massage. It's going to tuck it into all underneath the wings. You just put it wherever you can go. I'm going to, let's face it, this is the most action I'm going to get all day, so I think this is probably kind of fun. Anyway, so we're just going to just rub that all over, get it really up all in there. I will put some underneath it as well before I put this turkey. There we go, get it on the bottom as well. And then we're just going to take this turkey and we're going to slide this down a bit. There's our roasting pan again with our little nest of veggies, and we're just going to take the whole turkey and put it right in on top of the nest of veggies. And I'm going to add this, whoops, just going to quickly wipe my hands because everything's a little bit smushy after that. I've got this little glass of beer that's left over from yesterday, and I saved that on purpose, so I'm just going to pour that into the bottom of the pan, and that's going to be the base of our beginnings of our actual gravy. And of course, you can't make turkey without a little bit of champagne, because you know it is Easter, and you know, why not celebrate? So I think that's it. I'm going to throw some salt and pepper on top of this, and I'm going to put this bad boy in the oven, and I hope this was useful and helpful for you, and I will take a picture of this and do a little video once it's all done. Cheers to everybody. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.